Well, I got this GoPro for Christmas. That was December, and this is late August. And I want to tell you, I have just been dragging my feet to learn the finer part of GoPro life. But here we go. I'm sitting here learning how to control my GoPro with my iPhone, which is kind of nice. It kind of acts as your monitor, and it's actually pretty cool. I'm going to adjust it here. As you can see, I'm in the rig, and 2019 Travato G, that is, and I am the host of the Rolling Home podcast. We're going to try to get into some more video, and that's my goal as time goes by, and that means learning to use things like this GoPro. And sorry if this is not a really good shot, because like I said, I literally just turned it on. I noticed it's only got half a battery, so that means I'm going to need to figure out how to charge this thing. It's just a cheap GoPro 7 gray, but I figured, hey, what the heck, it'll do the job. And this is the Travato. We are inside, and I've got my heat. You can see my dad cup there. Dad's the best. That means me. And you can see I've got it set up for heat, summertime heat insulation, I guess you could say. That's the front cab that I just passed. There's Milo. He's already in nap mode. And there's the kitchen area. There you can see I've got my camera case laying there on the counter. And of course, let's do a 360 here, and it's back to me. Well, I want to talk a little bit today about how I power my off-grid lifestyle. I'm fortunate in that the Travato came with 200 watts of solar on the roof, and I have since added, as if you've been listening to my podcast, I've since added a 200 watt portable system that I can plug in, Renogy. And honestly, aside from running the air conditioner, it will power most of my power needs, which includes all these different devices that I have: iPhone, laptop computer, iPad. Got the lights here going. I'll turn that off, and it pretty much powers everything, and it does it well. And I don't have a lithium version of the Travato, so what I do have is a onboard generator. So what I can't get done with the solar, I do with my generator, and that seems to work well for us. We boondock a lot, and we always have enough power at night. And I've made a podcast on this, not a YouTube video. I'll probably need to do that in the future. I have made my own power box. That's what I call it, a power box. And what I basically did was I went and got an Amg battery, an AGM battery, and I used an old 750 watt inverter that I got from a family member, and I made a little power box, and it works really well. I keep it charged up through the solar on the rig, and also keep it charged up like when we're driving around, which, you know, the alternator on the van serves as a generating source as well. So hey, it helps me get through times when my two AGM onboard batteries won't quite carry us through a long boondocking situation. Now, granted, we travel a lot with with our van that we're not, you know, necessarily boondocking in a location for a long period of time. Get my camera back here. We're not boondocking in one location for a long period of time, so it seems to work well for us. But I found it to be very adequate. I mean, they're ZAMP solar panels, ZAMP system, as you can see here. Let's see if we can show you the ZAMP. There's the controller right there on the controlling panel. You can see I'm bringing in quite a bit of solar right now with a fan running, the Max Air fan running, with a small fan there sitting on the kitchen counter running, and also with this little baby right here, which kind of keeps the area at the dinette set cool as well. Now, we're in the late part of the day. As you can see, it's what, almost 4 o'clock there. So we're kind of late part of the day, so it's not like it's, you know, blazing hot or anything. But it seems to work well for us and our needs. And you know, I can't imagine paying an extra $20,000 for a lithium rig, but it's a great system. There's no doubt about it. I just didn't see spending that much extra, because the van itself was already expensive. Adding another $25,000 on top just for lithium, which I think I made the right decision. Now, if I were living in it full time, like the Scott at Go Small Live Large, I might have to rethink that, because I know he boondocks a lot on city streets and wants to be real stealth, even though you're not really stealth in this rig because it looks like an RV. It seems to work well for him. I got my alerts coming up on my phone there occasionally. So I'm going to turn this off for now, and we're going to look at my little power box that I made. I think it will be of interest to some out there. Nothing fancy. It's not I mean, I'm not an electrician. I really know nothing about electricity other than just the basics. So I'm going to show you kind of what I did with that. Here's the power box. I'll just kind of show you a few of the features here. It's a little dark in there, but maybe you can see most of it. Let's see if I can pull it out a little bit further here. As you can see on this end right here is the 750 watt inverter, and it works really well to power most things. It'll do my coffee pot. And it's an old one. You can see it's, I don't even know, can't see the brand right there, but it's an old one. It works really well. And basically all I did was go to Wally World and I bought this Amg battery there, and it's just, let's see, it's a AMG, looks like it's got 760 cranking amps, and you can just kind of see what it is there. And I've just got alligator clamps on it there, basically hooked up to the inverter and also to this little baby right here, if you can see it, the battery tender. And when I turn on my inverter here on the rig, I have that hooked up to where it will charge the battery as we're going along, and that seems to work really, really well. Keeps the portable battery unit charged up. My heat dampening is kind of coming open there. You know, that's kind of what I do, and it seems to work well for us. I know people have, you know, lots more solar than we have, but the way that we travel, that seems to work well for us. And you can see I just went and bought a cheap, one of those cheap toolboxes that you know, that they have at Harbor Freight. It's actually, I think they were like 4-in-1 kind of thing, and this seemed to work well for that. I originally had it in a tub, but this with the handle seemed to work much better. So I've been using it that way, and maybe I'll go over again kind of more of the details of each of the components, but nothing fancy, real simple. You can buy inverters, particularly a 750 watt for, I don't know, I've seen them at Walmart for, gosh, $50 or less, I think. This was an older, I just wanted to repurpose it, and I have it hooked up. If you notice, when I was over here, I have it hooked up to this little I guess it's what, a 1, 2, 3, 4-way adapter. It's just in on a heavy duty power cord, and it gives me 2 110s and also 2 USB ports. I don't have it turned on right now, the power box, but I use that lots of times just to kind of supplement the power in the rig here. And I only use it when I know I'm going to be boondocking for several days, but it works as a great backup. It means that I haven't had to make any modifications or anything to the rig to make this happen, which I really like. I love our pillow. This is the pillow that stays in our dinette area. My daughter-in-law's mother made that for us when we had a bumper pool camper, and it works really well in the van. It's a great little pillow, but I love what it says. My camper is my happy place, and I want to tell you, like most of you probably watching this, I love my camper, and I love being in my happy place with my camper. Well, that's all I had for you today. I would love if you would subscribe to my new YouTube channel, which is a complement to the Rolling Home podcast, which I've been doing now for, oh gosh, about 8-9 months now. And it's been a lot of fun, but I realized that I needed to move it over to more of a YouTube platform to kind of complement things. Just can't illustrate that well just with audio. So head on over and check out my blog, which is rollingforhome.wordpress.com, and like the articles that are there, as well as listen to past podcasts. And I'm going to be doing more and more YouTube videos in the future. So forgive me, I know this is not probably the slick video that you're used to when you go to YouTube, but hey, I don't have hours and hours and hours of time to edit and put together videos, so I just kind of want to get something going and just kind of roll with it. After all, we're the Rolling Home Podcast, which, as you know, our motto is, remember, home is where you park it. See you again soon on another edition of Rolling Home.